dark? Yeah, better. Yeah, this story is something I always thought is interesting. Once was called the ghost in the DNA. I read something about this, and basically what it says is that uh, people are not only born with the body structure and the outlook and basically a little bit of the character and the brain capacity from the families they come from. It is it goes way back to every ancient culture there is, why they celebrated the dead and the long gone ones so much. It goes to the point that a lot of people nowadays believe that we lost a lot of our talents through time, or they don't, the ones we have, that they don't get acknowledged anymore. And see these traits we call instincts. This is basically something science till now didn't really figure out what is up with that. So since they can't come to a real conclusion what an instinct is, it stands for a whole lot of other things, and they don't really know why a spider is born and without any other spider it can build its net so well, so fine, distinguished, and like a fingerprint, very unique down to the core. It's for a little being like that is a unique building they construct, so nobody teaches them that. And the list is very long. I could name all kinds, but we live on this planet in different areas, and for every different area, like, this is not the topic of this video, but the people in every region have certain special talents. Now, what I want to say is they also have certain instincts. Humans out down there in the jungle, a lot of them get run by instincts. So in certain reactions, they're gonna react way more quick and efficient. The same counts for cold, foresty regions where the people live there for a long time. They have a certain talent, and in my opinion, it is as well an instinct, because even though they won't get taught like that, they will manage way better there. Well, in the jungle, probably not, but there, yes. So now we get born within a ghost in the DNA too. So all the 100 women and men before us in our own strain we come from, they are in our society not so much honored no more, even though they all run within us. And if we are in a certain situation, this instinct's gonna pop up, and we're gonna be one of them, number 55 back then. And probably for a whole minute, the pattern within ourselves is gonna cross bridge, and we're gonna be her or him. This is the uniqueness. This is the factum that we do live on, and we all won when we were born. So, no matter who dies, as long as they're related, they live on through you. If other loved ones and friends will die, that includes that we think about them, and they will wait somewhere else probably, but not with us. And I don't want to drift off. I think this is a different one, but the concept that the instincts are not really under any definition, which is more than the word, and it stands for like black matter, undescribable, quite much. Yeah, there's factors, but further than that, we can see that if we would acknowledge the history of the last 200 years, you see always a repeat, mostly a repeating cycle, right? So in our lifespan, there is also a repeating cycle, which everyone has his own. And yeah, we can tell and we can make people understand that. We can try to hide it. We can try to not agree with it. We can find excuses. We can acknowledge it. We cannot talk about it to anyone or to everyone about it. The point I'm trying to make is there's like if you take this cycle of yourself, and they are like things which were not repairable, they will last in your life till the end, or you got them repaired and then they're out of your life. And this way, the next, yeah, if there is a next, is not gonna have them anymore. So, in a family which didn't repair certain things and they just stayed in it, the next one's gonna have them too. And if two had it, 2 times as much. So, it is an instinct, is a talent. That's kind of what I want to get. The way we're living in modern life, very fast, very much computer arranged nowadays. The pen is the new sword, and we still fall back on old patterns, and that also has a gender mechanism to it. So, like, this is not the topic, but in theory, the typical things that we did like for 2000 years as a man, and there are typical things women did for a long time. This is not just gone. So what I'm trying to get is like, even though everyone can do whatever nowadays, officially, it's still not gone that a guy should basically fix everything, do everything in the house too, and be able to hunt, be able to defend, be able to uh, construct and build. So this is not all gone. Um, Even though it's not acknowledged so much for what it is. And it's not even possible to do all these things. Uh, I think back then it was more, well, you did these things, like from what I just told, like a certain amount of it, and that went on for like forever, but not the last 50 years. That's where the cut was, and the other thousand of years not. Um, that was that, and because usually from these traits they're not so needed, or you can that's not enough. uh, Nowadays there's a big mix up around it, because one or two of them was enough for life to support everyone. Not anymore. And for the women it was very spiritual, mostly giving on things and keeping the people together. Um, they were also there to everlasting peace. They had the gift for this. Uh, this this was also acknowledged all of a sudden as not important anymore. Made a big mix up too. And this cycle is about to come. It didn't, sorry, I didn't became a cycle because it's still very new. So there is a confusion going on right now, where to find your place in happiness. The instinct is not needed, because it gets replaced with, yeah, factory thinking, I like to say. There's a god for everything nowadays. There's god of greed, god of god of technology, god of sex, god of violence. Well, that one was there before, god of sex too. I'm sorry, but yeah, like for every gnome you can find a god, and people follow it. Even brands. So while you go there, you can you have no place for ancient talents in it. They think they can describe everything, and the more they describe, the more you find the similarities from back then, even what before Middle Ages, even, and ancestry, and what how much power it withholds in it. Yeah, it's a very interesting one. So what I'm trying to get is just like, we're born with not only the DNA, we're born with a lot of talents which make us knowing that there is more, and somehow the blockade is there to get to them because of factory thinking. Um, Materialistic behavior. Yeah. They take our surviving skills away from us, so we gotta survive on them. They take for our older people, the ability to become real elders away from them because they get replaced with television, for example. They tell the stories there. And it even starts with the kids. Nobody has the time for them. So this cycle will be a new one. And for most of us, it will be a world with no instincts. Or just a little bit. Because in my opinion, that just means ancient talents. That's what they are. Yeah, that was it for today. I'm gonna make another one about this, but I'm gonna check a little bit more on it to continue. Have a good night.